In the comments of our last investigation into the appliance industry, thousands of you said the same thing. You said you would love to fix your washing machine, but you cannot find anyone to do it. You said you called 3 plumbers, and none of them called you back. You said the local repair shop that has been on Main Street for 40 years just closed its doors. You are not imagining it. We are witnessing the extinction of the American Repairman. In 1980, if your refrigerator broke, you called a guy. He came over that afternoon with a tool bag, replaced a $10 belt, drank a cup of coffee, and charged you $50. Today, that man is gone. In his place is a 6-week waiting list, a $200 service call fee, and a technician who does not know how to fix anything that does not have a computer port. In this investigation, we are going to expose the college scam that drained the trades, the private equity takeover of your local service companies, and why the guy who knows how to fix your air conditioner is about to be the most expensive person in your town. The first reason you cannot find a mechanic is simple math. For every 5 skilled tradesmen who retire in the United States, only 1 new apprentice enters the field. The average age of a master plumber or electrician is now over 55. We are standing on the edge of a demographic cliff. In the next 10 years, 40% of the skilled workforce will retire, and there is nobody standing behind them to pick up the wrench. Why? For 40 years, we told our children that blue-collar work was a failure. This is the cultural crime of the century. In the 1990s, high school guidance counselors stopped sending kids to shop class. They stopped sending them to vocational schools. Instead, they pushed a single narrative: go to university, get a degree, or you will flip burgers for the rest of your life. They dismantled the wood shops and the auto shops in high schools to make room for computer labs. They demonized physical labor. They told an entire generation that sitting in a cubicle under fluorescent lights was the only path to dignity. And what was the result? We have millions of young people with degrees in marketing and communications who are drowning in $100,000 in student loan debt, working jobs that do not pay the bills. Meanwhile, master electricians are making 6 figures with 0 debt, yet they cannot find anyone to hire. We told our kids that working with their hands was beneath them, and now we are paying the price. But the shortage of workers is only half the story. The other half is what happened to the businesses themselves. If you have called a local plumber or HVAC company recently, you might have noticed a change. You called a local number, but you got a corporate call center. The technician who showed up was not driving a beat-up work van. He was driving a brand new wrap truck, and he was wearing a crisp uniform. But when he looked at your furnace, he did not try to fix it. He immediately tried to sell you a new one. This is the private equity takeover of the trades. Wall Street firms have realized that the service industry is a gold mine. They are buying up thousands of local, family-owned plumbing and electrical businesses. They keep the old name on the side of the truck, so you think you are calling Bob's Heating and Air. But Bob sold the business 5 years ago. Now it is owned by a conglomerate, and the technician who shows up at your door is not a mechanic. He is a salesman. He is paid a commission on what he sells you. If he fixes your $10 capacitor, he makes $20. If he sells you a $10,000 system, he makes $500. They have turned the service call into a sales pitch. This is why you can no longer find someone to perform a simple repair. The business model has shifted from maintenance to replacement, and even if you find an honest technician, the economy is rigged against him. Corporations have waged a war on the independent repair shop using pricing. It is called the repair equation. If a new washing machine costs $500 and the repair costs $300, the customer will buy new every time. Manufacturers know this, so they have artificially inflated the price of parts to break that equation. A control board that costs $10 to manufacture is sold to the repairman for $300. By the time the repairman adds his labor, the total bill is $400. He has to look the customer in the eye and say, "It is not worth fixing." He loses the job. The customer buys a new junk machine. The manufacturer wins. This pricing structure has driven thousands of independent mom and pop shops out of business. They cannot compete with the disposable economics of the big box store. Furthermore, we are losing the art of diagnosis. In the industry, they call it the parts canon. Because modern machines are so complex and training is so poor, many younger technicians do not know how to troubleshoot. They do not use a multimeter to find the break in the wire. They just start firing parts at the problem. They replace the board. If that does not work, they replace the motor. If that does not work, they replace the harness. They keep replacing expensive components until the machine turns on or until the customer runs out of money. The old school mechanic, the one who could listen to an engine and tell you which valve was loose, is a dying breed. He possessed a library of knowledge in his head that is not being passed down. When he retires, that knowledge disappears. The final nail in the coffin is the technology gate. As we exposed in our previous videos, manufacturers have locked their machines behind proprietary software. An independent repairman cannot just buy a part and install it. He needs a subscription to the manufacturer's diagnostic software, which can cost thousands of dollars a year. He needs a laptop to tell the washing machine that it has a new pump. He needs a code reader to tell the truck that it has a new battery. This complexity acts as a gatekeeper. It forces the old school mechanics who know how to turn a wrench but do not know how to code into early retirement, and it prevents new people from entering the trade because the startup costs for tools and software are too high. Here is the verdict. We have built a society that cannot maintain itself. We have built houses, trucks, and infrastructure that require constant maintenance, but we have discouraged the people who know how to maintain them. When the last generation of master tradesmen retires in 5 years, we are going to face a crisis of competence. Water heaters will leak, and no one will come. Trucks will break down, and they will sit for months. The cost of labor is going to skyrocket. If you know a good mechanic, a good plumber, or a good appliance repairman, treat them like gold. Pay them what they ask. Do not negotiate, because they are an endangered species. And if you are a young person looking for a future, ignore the guidance counselor. Pick up a welding torch. Pick up a wrench. Because in a world where everything is breaking, the person who can fix it will be the king. Stop respecting the degree. Start respecting the skill.